Hello, welcome back, and for those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Janelle and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is episode 1 of what I eat in a day. I will definitely be creating more videos like this. So all the meals that you're going to see today are typical dishes that I eat. I don't eat this every single day, but I just wanted to give you guys an example of what my diet usually consists of. And I have to mention that I have a very fast metabolism and I struggle to gain weight, so you're going to notice that a lot of the meals that I eat are very high in calories and carbs, so just so you know. My first meal of the day usually starts around 8 a.m. right when I wake up. I usually go to the gym around 9, so I try to feed my body at least 30 minutes to 60 minutes before I actually exercise. And I usually start off with a morning shake. I use 1 banana, 1 big tablespoon of creamy peanut butter, some almond milk. I also use some dry oats for extra carbs. For my protein powder, I use Protein World in cookies and cream. It has around 204 calories and like 25 grams of protein. I usually save this for right after the gym if I don't have time to eat really quick. But for my morning shakes, I use the GNC Bulk. This one has a lot of calories, a lot of carbs. And I usually use only 1/4 of it, which is around like 300 to 400 calories. For the liquid, I use half almond milk and half water, only because I make smoothies every single morning and I don't want to finish my almond milk so fast. So I usually use water with it. If you want it to be more icy, you can also add some ice to it, but I like it when it's a little bit runny. It's way easier for me to drink. By this time, it's usually around 8:15. I'll drink my shake and answer some emails and catch up on some things that I couldn't finish the night before until I'm completely finished with my shake. Hi guys! So I am more than halfway done here, and I really recommend eating or drinking something 30 minutes to an hour before you actually work out, so your body isn't using all its energy to digest your food. For example, if you eat right before the gym, your body's gonna use a lot of its energy to digest the food in your stomach because you just ate. So that's why it's always important to make sure you fuel yourself before you work out. So that includes food and water. And that literally just reminds me, I should probably be drinking water. There's water in my smoothie, but I like to drink more water too with my breakfast. So this is what I got down to from last night. I'm gonna refill it and try to finish the whole thing before I go to the gym. And here's Lucky. Hi. You having a good day? You having fun? Water, I try to drink a whole 24 ounces with every single meal. Or at least I try. But this is the best way for me to stay on track with my drinking and make sure I get at least 100 ounces a day. So drink your water. Once I'm done with my shake, I'll end up going to the gym. I usually get there around 9 and I finish around 10:30. And by the time I'm home, it's 11 after I showered and stuff. Time to make breakfast number 2. I'm gonna be having a bagel with avocado on top and an egg. So first I'm gonna start off by cutting my sesame bagel in half and throwing that in the toaster. Now I'm gonna prepare the avocado spread. I'm only gonna be using half an avocado, it's more than enough. And I usually save the other half in the fridge. My sister will probably eat it, or we'll probably eat it for dinner or something. Spread some lemon juice on top of that avocado so it doesn't brown in the fridge. I chopped up a few jalapenos so I can sprinkle that on top of my eggs that I'm about to prepare. I spray my pan with canola oil or just like a non-stick spray, and I'm using this really cool egg ring. It holds the shape of the egg and it's also silicone so it won't melt on your pan. I'm also going to be eating a half a cup of Greek yogurt. I try to eat at least 1 serving of Greek yogurt a day. I usually add fruit and these vegan chocolate chips to it. Greek yogurt is really good for you, and I try to eat at least 1 serving a day because it's full of probiotics, and probiotics are great for balancing the bacteria in your gut. I struggle with very, very bad bloating, and probiotics helps with my excessive bloating. I also take probiotic pills, but Greek yogurt also does the job. And that is my second meal of the day. It'll usually hold me through like a few hours until it's lunchtime. And this is me spotting a tow truck right outside my apartment, towing some car that I thought was mine. Thankfully it wasn't, it was someone else, sorry to that person, but my car got towed from my apartment complex like last year, so I'm just traumatized from it. So I get scared every single time I see the tow truck pull up. Lunchtime is usually around 1 p.m. for me, and I was really craving rice, so I made myself a vegan burrito bowl with lots of fresh veggies. I'm using half an onion, half a zucchini, a handful of mushrooms, half a jalapeno, some leftover black beans from my fridge, some garlic, and I'm using soy chorizo. I didn't record the process, but I did wash my zucchini, mushrooms, and jalapeno before I started dicing them. So first I'm going to start off by cutting the onions, and then I'm going to be using half a zucchini. Half was all I needed, and I just cut them into half circles. I'm sauteing my vegetables on medium-high heat in a medium-sized pan, and I'm using canola oil. I like to use canola oil versus olive oil because olive oil has a very high burning point and it tends to cook and burn my vegetables too fast. I like it to be a nice, even cook, and I like my vegetables to have a nice crunch to it. So usually when I cook with canola oil, it always turns out the best. I seasoned it with salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. For my rice, I usually make it from scratch, but I'm actually going to be using these frozen brown rice packets from Trader Joe's. I love them so much. You just pop them on the stove or in the microwave for a few minutes and it's ready. For the soy chorizo, you guys have to try this. I swear, if I gave this to someone and told them that it was real meat, they probably would believe me. Like, that's how similar the textures are and the taste. This tofu mixture is a little bit softer than real meat, but it tastes as good. I added a little bit olive oil just because it can be a little bit dry, and that's all. It cooks in a few minutes. Around 4 p.m., I'll usually have a midday snack. Since my sister doesn't get off school till later on, we usually don't eat dinner until 7 p.m. So I usually get hungry, and I usually like to snack while I'm cooking. So I'm gonna make myself a cheese plate. It's one of my favorite things to snack on, and it's super nutritious. For my cheese plates, I usually just use whatever I have in my fridge. So I had some fruits and vegetables. I have these salami sticks that I get from Trader Joe's. And I'm using some almonds, some pretzels, and crackers. I only used half of the apple, so with the other half I'm squeezing some lemon juice on top, and this helps it to not turn brown, and it looked exactly the same the next day when I ate it before the gym. I did end up sharing this cheese plate with my boyfriend that day, so don't think I ate the whole thing to myself, but trust me, I can eat the whole thing to myself because it is so good to snack like this. When I eat cheese plates, I usually just make mini combinations like cracker cheese, tomato, cracker cheese, cucumber, tomato, almond, and you just throw it all in one bite. It tastes so good. I also added some jalapenos because I like to add a little spice to my plate. Dinner time is usually a different time every day, just depending on what's going on that day, but usually around 7 we eat dinner, and I was really craving some Alfredo pasta, so I made shrimp and broccoli Alfredo for me and my sister. Step 1 was to boil the water for the pasta, and then I'm seasoning my shrimp. I added a little bit of olive oil, some salt, pepper, paprika, and some garlic powder. I added a little bit of cornstarch too because I wanted my shrimp to be crispy, and then I mixed everything together and it was ready to cook. I'm also using broccoli for the pasta, and it comes in this breathable bag. You just cut off the corners and throw in the microwave for a few minutes. I do like my broccoli to be kind of crunchy, so I didn't cook it for that long because it's also going to cook in the sauce when I add it at the end. I have my pan here. I'm going to spray some non-stick spray and some cooking oil. I'm using canola oil again. And make sure your pan is hot before you place the shrimp on, because shrimp cooks really fast, and if the pan's not hot enough, it'll probably start to taste boiled, and we're trying to get that crispy finish here. So make sure your pan is really hot. For the Alfredo sauce, I'm starting off with a tablespoon of melted butter on a medium-sized pan here. The heat is also on medium-high. I'm adding a tablespoon of garlic, and then right over that I'm sprinkling some flour. I use a little bit more than a tablespoon, and then you're gonna whisk that until it gets really chunky. That's exactly what you want. Once it gets chunky, you're gonna add your liquid. I'm using 4 cups of lactose-free milk. I usually don't drink milk, but when it comes to making Alfredo sauce, I like to use it because the best results come out of that for me. You can also use half and half. You can use non-dairy milk, whatever you prefer. I'm also adding a little bit of lemon, 1 cube of chicken bouillon, and 1 big cup of Parmesan cheese. Since the cheese and the chicken bouillon are salty, I didn't add any extra salt, but I did add pepper and cayenne. Once the sauce is done and nice and thick, you can add the pasta and the broccoli. If you need to thicken your sauce a little bit more, you can add some cheese. You can also add the pasta water. It has some starch in there and it'll help to thicken up the sauce. I decided to add the shrimp on top of the pasta and not mix it within because I didn't want the shrimp to continue cooking and end up overcooked. I didn't make any side dishes for this dinner, but sometimes we like to make avocado and tomato salad on the side, or make some garlic breadsticks with pasta, but tonight it was just the pasta. There's my sister Celine, and in a few seconds you're gonna see Lucky running over there because she just loves food. I'm not really big on sweets, and neither is my sister, so we don't really buy them when we go grocery shopping, but we always have these in our fridge, and these are dark chocolate covered bananas. Dark chocolate is really good for you, and it's just like a perfect late night snack. You can just have 1, you can have 2, you can have 3, you can have the whole bag, but it's just a really good, refreshing snack. That is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, join the family, and if you want to see more content like this, leave me a like so I know. I love you all. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys next time.